Selfies are responsible for many road accidents happening around the world. What happens when the ones taking them are pilots? Unbelievably, everything learned in the flying academy in terms of safety is put behind when social media glory and narcissism are at the horizon. We will not lie to you. The above photo is fake, and it is impossible for pilots to open cockpit windows at high altitude. The speed of the plane and low pressure existing at high altitudes would quickly deplete the cabin reserves of air. Nevertheless, low-altitude flights on private planes open a completely new window of opportunities. A man lost control of a Cessna 150 and crashed while trying to take the ultimate selfie. A GoPro was found near the wreckage, revealing how an obsession like this can kill innocent people. The new era of selfies is one in which every emotion has been carefully recorded and posted on social media. For this woman, it was enough saying that she is happy. Unfortunately, the selfie she took was the last one. Apparently, the woman was listening to Pharrell Williams' Happy song, and this distracted her beyond what is considered safe on public roads. Her selfie was so good the family decided to keep it for the funeral.
Cabo da Roca is the westernmost point of Europe, a nostalgic place to see the old continent meet the stormy waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The place is truly spectacular, and visiting without taking at least a selfie can be considered a sin. While taking the regular selfie you see in every touristic guide offers a safe position, going for something extra leaves you at the mercy of fate. One Polish couple was too obsessed with making their Facebook friends hate their lives and decided to push the envelope. The men and women fell hundreds of meters and died, and all of that was witnessed by their children. Those kids will probably form the small future minority that will ask for selfie.
What can be better than a son and a mother sharing the same selfie? Most teenagers hate their parents for interfering with their social media habits, and most of them would see this as a taboo. However peaceful it might seem, there is something shocking about this particular picture. The flight scheduled to land in Kuala Lumpur and make many dream holidays possible never reached its destination. MH17 was shot by a missile as it went past eastern Ukraine.
You probably love animals, but how far are you willing to go in order to take a selfie with your favorite creature? The answer was simple for a Chinese businessman. However, the outcome can haunt the mind of any animal enthusiast. The man ignored all safety instructions and entered the pool where a 1.5-ton female walrus was doing her daily routines. The man was dragged by the giant beast underwater, and even one zookeeper got involved in the incident. Everything was captured by surveillance cameras, and the video existed for a limited period on the internet.
As you probably expected, Russia is coming strong from behind with cases of selfies turned deadly. One case stands from the rest because it happened in the military. Two Russian soldiers stationed in the Ural Mountains decided a grenade is enough to spice up their selfie routine.
We all know how grenades, even new ones, are unreliable, and it just happened for the device to explode after the selfie was taken.
In the case of a lightning storm, metallic selfie sticks can cause serious injuries and even death. This is exactly what happened with one English hiker that was trekking through Brecon Beacons National Park in Wales. The incident took place in July 2015 and contributed in making the list of death caused by selfies more generous.
Janie Holloway was found dead by rescue teams, and there was nothing to do but establish the case of death. It was a real premiere, as this was South Africa's first death by selfie. Selfies are so popular today that it is impossible to imagine a teenager who does not take them, and it is still considered normal by his friends. If you add lovers into the equation, selfies are what make relationships stronger in the eyes of others. Everyone told James Nichols that his visit to South Africa to meet his online girlfriend was a bad idea. However, no one was able to guess what would happen. The freshly reunited couple tried to set up an elaborate photo when the 21-year-old girl fell from the cliffs. Cheney Holloway was found dead by rescue teams, and there was nothing to do but establish the case of death. It was a real premiere, as this was South Africa's first death by selfie.
Teenagers who get killed while taking selfies often skipped a very important lesson in school. For Anna Ursu, a 18-year-old Romanian from Iasi City, that lesson was on how trains work. The attempt to take the ultimate selfie turned into a tragedy as she accidentally touched a live wire on top of a train. 27,000 volts passing through your body are not exactly a pleasant experience to go through or even watch. The girl did not die because of the initial shock, but because of the burns that covered an important percentage of her body. We can only wonder why on earth a beautiful girl like her needs extra attention in social media. She probably had thousands of friends and each photo of her scored at least 100 likes. We will never answer this.
A bachelorette party is one last chance for the bride to have some fun with her best friends. Although alcohol and male strippers often make their way into the equation, everything settles until the wedding. This was not the case for bride-to-be Colette Moreno, who died in a car crash on her way to her bachelorette party. This selfie, taken just seconds before the impact, is all we have to unravel the mystery. Colette was the one taking the selfie from the passenger seat. We all know how most girls react when there is the slightest possibility of appearing in a selfie. Her best friend lost control of the vehicle and created one more selfie victim to add to the list.
The walls of Machu Picchu have not seen death since the time of the conquistadors. Everything changed when a German tourist attempted a flying selfie. Oliver Park, 51 at that time, ignored all safety precautions and chose a dangerous spot for his act of bravery. What he failed to take into account was the inertia that he gained once in the air. As he landed, his feet slipped on the rocks and sent him down a steep slope. Nearby tourists could only watch as the selfie makes yet another victim.
Russia hits again with another case of death by selfie. A 17-year-old teenager attempted the selfie of the millennium by tying himself to a rope and making it look as if he was falling from the top of the building. We do not know what went wrong in his calculation, but what happened was truly tragic and painful just to watch. The rope snapped, offering the young lad a free fall he did not expect. The most interesting bit of information is that the event is by no means isolated. A youth subculture called roofers is sending an increasing number of youngsters in jail for illegal access on rooftops and stunts like the one we talked about. Father Putin is certainly not proud of this.
The running of the bulls is an enduring Spanish tradition, and no UN resolution or regulation is able to bring it outside the law. Bulls will continue to run, men will die or get injured, while those surviving the experience will have one heck of a story to tell. Nowadays, a story is nothing without a selfie, and there is a growing trend of bull runners risking their odds just for the sake of a memorable pic. What everyone was expecting really happened in August 2015. A man was gored to death in the Spanish city of Pamplona. The 32-year-old David Lopez was foolish enough to leave the protected area and capture on film a feud between two bulls. Sick of running in vain, the animals sought revenge when they saw the man armed only with the latest iPhone in hands. We have reasons to believe the man died with a smile on his face. He had fulfilled a life's goal by taking one of the best selfies ever. Unfortunately, the footage was confiscated and kept as evidence by the police.